These are the newest generation of the PowerBeats Pro. And in this video, I'm going to go ahead and share with you all the fantastic features that these things have to offer, as well as some cool tips and tricks and some hidden features I bet you didn't know about. So of course, timestamps to everything and will be in the description down below for your pleasure. Let's begin. So after you successfully pair your PowerBeats Pro, if you put them on, these new wing design are actually aluminum and does allow you to somewhat like shape it to your ear. So don't hesitate on like bending it. But as soon as we put it on and it connects immediately to our phone, in case it's not immediately connected, you can always override it by simply selecting the airdrop icon and manually select the earbuds. But once these are connected, if you go into your settings, you'll see this new tab right below your profile. By selecting this, here you have the freedom to not only like rename them if you don't want to have like a long title like mine is. Tap done, and now we have saved and renamed our beats to PowerBeats. But here you can monitor the battery life percentage of the earbuds, as well as change between the different modes that it has to offer. You could also switch between the different modes in Control Center by long holding on the volume icon of your PowerBeats, and switch between Spatial as well as noise cancellation, or have it off entirely, and adjust the audio from here as well. But you need to have media of some sort to play in order to have access to that. But right below there, where it says press and hold, this is where you're going to change between a long hold to be able to change between these different modes. You can also enable 3 modes if you want to turn off entirely and preserve as much battery life as much as possible. Or you can have like one dedicated to just be able to launch Siri automatically. So right now I have the left to be able to launch Siri. So if I long hold on left, it will automatically launch Siri as I'm demonstrating right now. I hear Siri, it activates it on my screen.
Hello there, I'm Siri. What can I do for you?
So a little bit of customization right here. In addition to that, right below there you also will find your call controls, where a single press you can allow it to pick up, or a single press once you already answer a call can mute and unmute your call, or a double press will end the call. And again, you can switch between if you want to be a double press to mute, and it will automatically correlate to the other one as well. But this is where I want to show you something interesting. The new heart rate sensor. This is where you can decide to enable this or disable this. By having this enabled, it'll allow these earbuds to communicate with gym equipment that's compatible to be used to utilize the heart rate sensor that these earbuds have to sync your heart rate information on the cardio equipment you're using. And it's really cool. And it also automatically synchronizes with the Apple Health app as well. So by launching the Apple Health app, you'll find all the data in sync all automatically as well. And I'm pretty sure over time more third-party apps will be able to utilize the heart rate sensor to give you real-time readings as well, like it is on Android. But on the bottom here where it says automatic ear detection, by having that enabled, if we launch the music app as an example and just play like a random song, as soon as I remove one out of my ear, it will automatically pause my media. And as soon as I place it back in, it'll automatically resume my media that I was listening to. If you don't like that auto play ability, you can always disable it from here. The benefits of also having this disabled is by removing one and you like to share audio with a friend or somebody else, they can simply just put this in their ear and you'll be able to listen to the same thing at once without pausing and playing. So personal preference right here. Now below there where it says connect to this iPhone, right now I have it set to automatic, but if you don't like the ability where the beats will automatically connect to the phone, as soon as you place it on, if you're connected to your Mac computer as an example, you can always just select when last connected to this phone. This way it doesn't automatically switch between one Apple device to the other. You manually just have to go in Control Center and manually select it like I showed you earlier. So personal preference, nice customization ability. Now in the spatial audio, I highly recommend enabling spatial audio. By having spatial audio enabled, it'll deliver the 3D depth immersion like a movie theater experience where the speaker is in front, and then as you rotate your head, it will give you that 3D effect. That's what spatial audio allows you to do, and you could fix that too if you like. So by setting this up, this allows the iPhone to personalize the audio to your ear preference. So by simply tapping spatial audio, personalize spatial audio, this screen will pop up, and this will automatically walk you through the setup procedure all automatically. So right now it's telling us to take our beats out of our ear to continue, which I did. Hit continue. And then it will require you to capture your face. And then you just gotta move your head left to right. All it's trying to do is capture the position of your ear. And once you're done with that, it's complete. So as we place these back in our ear, now if you go in Control Center and long hold and select spatial audio, you can have it to head track your screen. So if you rotate your head left and right, your screen is forward, it will rotate with you, or have it fixed at all times, including turn it off entirely if you don't like it. You definitely have to try it. It gives you a crazy immersive experience. But exiting out there, if you still want to find out more about how spatial audio works, here's a video demonstration that they have right underneath how that works. So notice how he's positioning his head with spatial audio. The speakers will stay where the screen is facing. It even plays the audio in your ear so you can actually have a general understanding how that works. Now in the microphone section, this is where you can decide if you want it to automatically switch to the first earbud you place in your ear to be the dedicated microphone when you're picking up calls. But if you like to, you can always manually set a preference if you want the right to be the dedicated microphone or the left. Again, auto will automatically select the first earbud you placed in your ear first to be the default microphone. So you can customize it right there. Now in Find My, this is a powerful tool to use in case you accidentally misplace your earbuds or you lost it somewhere. Because by clicking here, we'll launch the Find My app, which is this one, the Find My app that allows you to track all your Apple devices, including the Beats. By clicking on here, it will take you to your PowerBeats and you can allow it to play sound. So if I put the earbuds back in my case, and let's say I did accidentally misplace these, by hitting play sound, and the case itself is playing this beeping tone you're hearing, allowing me to locate it faster in case I misplaced it, like under the couch or something like that. And you can toggle between if you want to play the earbuds left and right in case you misplace an earbud somewhere. You can always just toggle it so it only plays on the right or the left side. So Find My is built into this. Now, one of the unique things about the Beats is you can actually play cancellation sound, noise cancellation in one earbud by going into the accessibility tab and enabling this. So now by enabling that, I could actually take off one earbud and long hold to switch between active noise cancellation, and it is indeed enabled. So you can enable noise cancellation to work on one earbud. If you take it off, you just have to make sure you have it enabled. And then below here for the spatial audio follow, which I showed you earlier, you can also enable it from here in the control center by long holding. Case tone. So if you don't like the feedback of your case tone, you can turn it off entirely, which means this includes when you charge it, it'll play like a feedback sound. If you don't like that feedback sound, you could disable it from here, or you could adjust the audio too, and you can maximize it as well to 125%. So this could be louder if you want that feedback to be louder. Now exiting out of here, this is where you'll find a fit ear test. If you just put these on, I highly recommend starting a fit ear test. This will utilize the internal hardware that these earbuds have, microphone, to make sure there's no sound leakage. Because one of the beauties about the new Beats is they provide a new extra small size ear silicone tip. So by running this test, it'll take like a minute or two. You need to be in a quiet environment, but by hitting play, it will run a quick sound check to tell you if there's any sound leakage. And right now our right ear is a good seal, but our left is not, and it advises us to use a different silicone tip. And this is something I want to show you, because it's okay to have mix match silicone tips. One could be larger than the other. It's normal. Some people do have different size ear canals. So in our case, I'm going to go ahead and switch this medium sized silicone tip, and I'm going to try replacing it with a smaller one, and it simply just pops in place like so. And then I also like to pull a little bit, making sure it's not going to come loose. There we go. So after a few attempts, I had to use extra large for my left ear to get that green approval. But I highly recommend doing that so you get the most performance, the best performance outcome with your active noise cancellation. So if you're not satisfied with the sound quality, definitely try that first, because already just by simply doing that, I noticed a noticeable increase in performance and quality. Now exiting out here, this is where you'll find your warranty information as well as serial number and all that stuff if you like to enable or add Apple Care Plus if you like to, and it'll tell you your expiration date. But here you can also disconnect or permanently forget your device if you're trying to sell this. So just hit forget this device and you're good to sell this to somebody else. These work extremely well on the Apple ecosystem, because if you're watching something like on Apple TV, if you're wearing these, your Apple TV can detect you're wearing a compatible wireless earbud, and you may see a little indicator on the top right letting you know if you like to connect these to the Apple TV. Just follow the on-screen instructions. It will automatically transfer all the audio from the television to your earbuds. This way your spouse or anybody in the same room as you can't continue sleeping without them being certainly woken up by your television, you know. Now, if it's not popping up automatically, you can always just launch a control center on your Apple TV and just scroll down to the AirPlay icon. And so long as you're wearing the earbuds, you should be able to manually connect to them right here, and they work really well. Now, a new feature that was added for iOS 18 was the ability to have the volume slider right here and always available, instead of manually having to tap on the volume slider just to get this bottom portion to pop up. If you like to enable this to always stay on while your media is playing, it's really easy to do so. So I'm going to go back into the main settings page on our setting app. You need to scroll down to accessibility. In the accessibility tab, scroll down to audio and visual. By selecting here, enable always show volume control. This is what you need to enable for the volume rocker to always be exposed right here on your screen, so you could quickly adjust the audio. And then while listening to music, if you feel like the EQ settings could be enhanced or tuned, unfortunately there's no manual EQ settings, but we do have the ability to change between different EQ setting profiles. Because if we go back to our iPhone settings on the main page, from here, scroll down to apps. In the app page, scroll down to music. So long as you're using the Apple Music, this will work. I'm not so sure about third-party apps. But here's our Apple Music. Select this and then scroll down to EQ. Here you can select between all these different pre-made EQ settings. And then as you're playing music while listening, you're free to quickly hop in here and keep changing it until you find one that you personally like. If you enjoy a lot of EDM or bass style songs, I do recommend Late Night. That's from my experience. That's a good one, and loudness as well. Or you could increase the bass entirely. Personal preference, but Late Night's like in the middle between those two. Now in terms of water resistant rating, these earbuds are indeed IPX4, which means these are water and dust resistant for common things like rain, small splashes, and especially sweat. These things can survive it all. Since these do feature additionally, yes, these do support audio sharing. So if you're wearing these and you're watching like a YouTube video as an example, just for demonstration purposes, and your friend happen to have Beats or AirPods of their own, by bringing down Control Center, tap on the airdrop icon right there next to the media you're playing, you'll see an audio share ability. By selecting here, have their case, just make sure your buddy's AirPods are nearby or Beats with the case lid open. Select share audio and check mark it. And now we're playing audio from those two devices at once. This way, both of us can watch the same media all together in sync without any audio delay. And if you like to adjust your audio, just bring down Control Center. You'll see this new icon up here, and here you can adjust the audio of your earbuds or their earbuds, including the capability to switch between the different modes for them on their behalf, all right here. And that's how you could do audio sharing. And then if you're using a Mac computer, a MacBook Air or a MacBook Pro, the latest models, the built-in magnets are built into these things. You can stick this on the side of the screen of your Mac, so if you need a place to like temporarily hold these as you go do something else, you can just attach it right here, and the magnets are strong enough that they'll actually remain attached to your Mac and are ready when you get back to work, and you just simply place them back in. Stronger magnets are actually located on the bottom as well, so that's a cool little trick right there. Now when it comes to gesture controls, the Beats logo is a physical button, which I really do like. And on top right here, you'll find a volume rocker, which is quite amazing. The beauty about having physical buttons is the fact that if you're sweating a lot or they're wet, it's easier to still control them without your fingers slipping or mispressing. And the quick gesture controls are very similar to like other wireless earbuds that we have tested in the past. But in case you're new, it's basically this. So a single tap will pause and play whatever media track you're listening to. A double tap will take us to the next track. A triple tap will take us to the previous track. But if we go into the middle of a previous track and we triple tap again, it will replay that same track. And then if I do it again, it will take us to that previous track. So if you do it quickly enough, it'll take us to the previous track like that, or replay it. And then since our left will activate Siri, as I showed you earlier, that's the setting that we set it up, which means our right is our mode selector. So by long holding, it'll switch from transparency mode, noise cancellation, or turn off entirely to preserve battery on the earbuds. So we could just listen to music and rely on the silicone tip for noise isolation. And then of course, these have a physical volume rocker, so we could adjust the audio from our earbuds. Now as a nice little added bonus, if you launch Control Center and you enter a wiggle mode, and we select add control, these have built-in white noise. And you just type in hearing and you'll see a new hearing icon right here with this little icon with an ear, right? So long as you're wearing these, by selecting the ear icon, here you can select background sounds and you can select between rain, ocean, dark noise, and etc. And we are indeed listening to raindrop right now. So if you need something to focus, like a white noise to allow you to focus or fall asleep faster, these have that built in. And then another feature that we also have built in, free of charge thanks to Apple, is live listening. By having live listening enabled, you have the ability to hear anything that's around your iPhone being wirelessly transmitted to the earbud. So these can actually act like a hearing aid in case you need it, because the audio is like 2 times amplified. So that's what the live listening allow you to do. Now I have seen reports and I know of some people abusing this to eavesdrop, as all they need to do is just leave this iPhone in a different room and they'll be able to hear anything that you're saying around your iPhone. If you ever find an iPhone trying to eavesdrop, just tap on their screen, you'll see like an orange indicator right there. If you see that, just simply turn off their device by tapping once on volume up, volume down, and long hold the power button. And it'll take you to this page and you can slide and turn off their device on their behalf. Now this is the first PowerBeats Pro case that does feature wireless charging. Unfortunately, it does not support MagSafe charging or the ability to be charged with a Apple Watch charger. But even though it doesn't have MagSafe, you can still wirelessly charge it if you center it correctly. And for the best battery life percentage indicator, aside from the dynamic island you witnessed earlier, go ahead and add the battery widget right here, and you could actually monitor the exact battery life percentage of the PowerBeats. Or you can just open up the case and open up the lid and monitor the battery life percentage right here as well. So if you'd like to add a widget on this page or even your lock page, again, just enter wiggle mode on your screen, tap edit, and just look for the battery widget tab right here. And this is the many different styles that's available you can add to your pages. But other than that, there you guys have it. Those are all the amazing things and some cool tips and tricks that these latest generation PowerBeats Pro 2 can do. Now, if you enjoyed this video, greatly appreciate if you can actually take 2 seconds to hit that like button and like. Those truly help out the channel, as that allows this channel to be powered by you guys, the viewers, which is why you don't see like integrated brands of a VPN and such in my channel. So by simply hitting that like button and like allows me to continue making these videos without integrated ads. So thank you for hitting that like button, a like. And then if you wish to watch more, maybe you found my format videos informative, I highly recommend checking out this video over there where I show you some interesting things that you could do on Apple CarPlay. So if you have Apple CarPlay running in your car, highly recommend checking out that video over there. I'm sure you're gonna learn a thing or two, and that'll easily make your CarPlay experience much better. Thank you so much for watching.